Yes, and this one, a anything that goes in between the $2 signs, two single dollar signs, it will be treated as an inline math mode. And we can see in this output, from here we saw this is what we had for the code, and for the output, this is what we get. And we can see, yeah, this one, it has been inline math mode. It means that inside the same line, embedding mathematical expressions within a line, the same line. Then the next we have the next type of uh, display, display math. It's the display math mode, and equations are presented on separate lines using this or double dollar sign. So anything that goes in between here, it will be it will be on its own line. It will be on its own line. And for the display math board, they are given enough line height. They are given enough line height. That means if we have in an integral from a to b for x squared, this one will be different from this one will be different from this one, because for this one it will be given enough line height, but for this one it will be squeezed the line height that it has for that specific line. For the display, it's given enough. So meaning if you're using an integral sign, which is it spans, it has larger its height, it's relatively larger than normal line height. That one will be taken care of well. But for inline man mode, that one will be squeezed. So this is what we have. Let's see the output. We can see this is output. The equation, indeed, the quadratic equation has been rendered on its own line. And this one, A, B, and C, and X, the inline math mode, they have been embedded in the same line. We also have Greek letters and special symbols, LaTeX. You're wondering sometimes, maybe you're in a class and the professor has written a symbol that you've never come across it in your lifetime. Maybe even they doesn't, they do not name the sign. And you're left wondering, what sign is this, and how can I? Is it possible to get it from my keyboard, from my computer? Because when I look at my computer, I don't see that sign. Don't worry. Uh, they are Greek letters and or special symbols sometimes, and the LaTeX offers that. So, for instance, in this sample statement or document, we have PD. Don't worry about this PD. We have the row, we have the nabla, we have the C dot, we have the vec. Yes, now when we compile that one, this is what we get. For the PD, don't worry about this. So PD, it's a command that I defined for to help me to write partial differential equations, partial differential or partial derivatives. Yeah. So instead of writing fraction, partial, partial, then the numerator, denominator, I created a command. I defined a command that will help me that. So it takes two arguments. So the first argument, which is row t, will be on the numerator. No, the first one row will be in the numerator, then t denominator. Don't worry, we'll talk about this later. How to define new commands in LaTeX. But it's good that you have a glimpse of that. You see how it can simplify your work. So this is row, this is partial, this is row, this is nabla, this is row. Yes. So if you have Greek letters, don't worry about that. LaTeX covers that. You can just Google the Greek letters and you find them, how to use them in your document. Some okay. Now about figures and graphics, LaTeX offers it offers the options or capabilities for you to include figures and documents and the images. So including images is straightforward and it supports various file formats. And captioning and referencing figures ensures proper documentation. This is very, very, very good. And we have some package which is called TICS, powerful package which enables the creation of mathematical diagrams directly in LaTeX. So to include images in LaTeX, this is what we do. First, remember what we talked about preamble. What we talked about preamble. Where the settings, or it's the settings of a document where you have to put you have to define the settings of your document. Now in this sample document, we want to create a document that has images. We want to include an image that maybe we took a snapshot somewhere else and we want to include it in our image in our document. Yes. So what we need to do, we have to include this package called graphics. Then we have we have to enter into an environment which is called figure environment. This will help us when we are populating the list of figures and to number the figures, so that when you have many figures in the document, they will be numbered correctly without you really explicitly renaming the figures. Then there is centering. This one we are making sure that the image will be centered, left and right padding will be the image will be centered, will be positioned at the center. Then caption, this is the we want to give the image or the figure a name. Then we have the fig label. This one will help us to reference. If you want to reference this image, maybe way up the next few pages, and you want to refer to this image, you can use this label, which if we have included the URL options, once you click that reference, it will take you to that image, which is very, very good. It smoothens even your work, and even the reader who is reading the document. So the output of this image, as you can see, this is the caption of the image. This is the caption of the image, and you can see it is centered. It is centered. So that's how we can include an image. And something else, you can even scale it. For this one, we have specified the width of the image to be half the text width. Sometimes you can be having an image which is too big, and if you use its original scale, it won't fit right. Maybe so you can specify the height or the width of the image, or even the scale. You might say now here the scale of the image is 1, meaning it will be its original size. You can say now the width is 0.5 text width, and that is from here to here. This is the text width. So we are saying the width is 0.5 is text width. 0.5 is the text width, and we have the caption. And you see here we are referring figure that shows a sample image. So you can see here we are referring to our image, and you can see if I hover this one, it's clickable, which will take me to this image. So thank you, people. Thank you, guys, for joining in this one. Have a blessed time. Next time we'll see how we can draw our images, just simple images in text environment LaTeX. Thank you. God bless you, and see you in the next video.